Good evening all of you. Yes. We have successfully completed our C.A.R.E 1 month program and soon we are going to release our magazine of this October month, and you can get access to that magazine in our Telegram channel. It will be posted tomorrow and the hard copy will be distributed to our students who are coming here in offline mode actually. And coming to our program that is related to UPSC articulated learning, as you all are going to join this program on 6th November. The 6th November the program will continue for next 100 days from 6th November onwards. And next coming to the schedule, as already I have displayed, and the program is being given to you in the form of schedule of 120 days in the UPSCale module, and UPSC confidence covenant is the theme of it, because this theme contains 100% confidence about our program, how it can definitely help the aspirants to clear their prelims, and this is a confidence that is expressed from our side. And coming to our program, actually here, is it visible to you? Fine. Yes. Next coming to Kozhikode and Gwalior enter Creative Cities Network. Actually UNESCO releases this Creative Cities Network, and recently Kozhikode in Kerala and Gwalior in Madhya Pradesh are recognized to be creative cities listed under this UNESCO Creative Cities Network in the fields of literature and music respectively. And coming to this Creative Cities Network, the question may be posed accordingly. It was created in 2004 to promote cooperation with and among cities that have identified creativity and innovation as key drivers for a more sustainable and inclusive urban development. Whether this statement is true or false, we need to check once. Obviously, it is a true statement. However, you need to first brainstorm yourself and try to attempt it with your wild guess, intuition based wild guess. Next, the network covers 7 creative fields including crafts and folk arts, media arts, film, design, gastronomy, literature and music likewise. And next, Varanasi, Chennai were the first 2 Indian cities to be designated, not Chennai here, Varanasi and Jaipur are recognized as designated as members of UNESCO's Creative Cities Network for the first time. Therefore, the third statement is incorrect, first 2 statements are correct. And fourth statement, recently Kozhikode and Gwalior were added to the UCCN under the categories of literature and music respectively. That is true, it is given in the Hindu and we have known. Next, which one of the following cities was named as UNESCO as the world capital of architecture for 2020? It is UPSC NDA question in 2019, that is why we have taken this question. Not only other civil service exam questions, but also other exams related to UPSC are being asked for you. Okay. Next, coming to the second question, hemoglobin is not used only in blood. Scientists are discovering, Chinese scientists reported that this hemoglobin is not only used in the blood, but this is actually used are reported that chondrocytes which are cells that make cartilage. Cartilage is a connecting tissue between the bones. It is a tissue that connects the bones named as a cartilage, and this cartilage contains cells named as chondrocytes. Chondrocytes. And these chondrocytes also make hemoglobin and seem to depend on it for their survival. These chondrocytes depend on hemoglobin for their survival. They also make up this hemoglobin part. Therefore, still now we got to know that hemoglobin is useful for transportation in the blood for the oxygen, and it will carry the oxygen in the blood. So, this hemoglobin is not only used in the blood for such transportation of oxygen, but also for other cells like chondrocytes that are useful cells for the cartilage makeup, which are connecting tissues in the bones. So, this is actually the gist of the article. What is the actual relevant component in this given article here? Here consider the following: red blood cells, platelets, chondrocytes, neurons. Recently these chondrocytes came into the newspaper, therefore, we have asked this. Without studying this contemporary relevance, you cannot understand such kind of statement and in the original examination. So, how many of the cells listed above produce hemoglobin here? Here only 1 and 3, that is chondrocyte and red blood cell will produce hemoglobin. As a layman terms, because you have come from engineering, you may not be understanding what is this kind of human physiology aspect, right. So, you only know about certain basic facts that red blood cells which are which is actually listed above, producing this hemoglobin in the human body. Not only this red blood cell, but also chondrocyte, but not platelets and neurons. Okay. So, only two listed above are true here. Okay. How many of the listed above are true? Only 2 above listed are true. Next, which one of the following statements regarding hemoglobin is correct? Here the topic is covered in this CDS exam of UPSC, as I have told you that not only CSC, but also other exams NDA, CDS and CAPF. Here hemoglobin of this RBC red blood cell can carry both oxygen and carbon dioxide. So, other statements are containing either it is carrying only oxygen or only carbon dioxide. Likewise, the statements were given there. It is a simple question which was asked in CDS in 2019. That is why we have taken such a question there. So, recent research published in the Nature, a journal, a scientific journal, has uncovered a surprising discovery regarding the role of hemoglobin in the human body. Traditionally, we used to know that hemoglobin has been primarily associated with only red blood cells which are carrying this oxygen, and the function of the hemoglobin is to carry the oxygen in the blood. This study conducted by scientists from China also revealed a new fact that it will not only carry the oxygen, but also it will be produced by chondrocytes, which are cells in the cartilage which are connecting tissues of the bones, which will use this hemoglobin for their survival, Okay. Next, Abhishek Lihi and highlighted his from Department of Fisheries, Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry, Dairying, organizing a meeting which is talking about aquaculture crop insurance scheme for shrimp and fish. Today, to discuss and understand technical challenges in implementation of aquaculture crop insurance scheme under this Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana scheme. So, what is this entire statistics related to aquaculture of our country? Here India is the third largest fish producing country in the world, and India ranks second in the world's aquaculture production, and more than 50% of India's fish production is from marine fisheries. It is absolutely wrong, the third statement. Here more than 50% is from inland fisheries that we are producing. So, third statement is incorrect, and you need to understand certain statistics associated with it, and why we have chosen such a question. In the first question, the PYQ is associated with NDA1, and next CDS question, and next CAPF question, as I have been telling you, right. In the context of agricultural revolution in India, which of the following statements are correct? Here white revolution, and next second green revolution, and third about blue revolution. This is a question in the CAPF. You please go through this question once again. I am coming to the third statement incorrect, and first two statements are correct. Here India is the third largest fish producing country and second largest aquaculture fish producer. Aquaculture fish production is a production that is about cultured fisheries, okay, and 50% of total production is from culture fisheries, and 70% is from inland sector only, not from marine sector. And this is India is third largest fish producing country, and largest in terms of aquaculture, that is second largest fish producer in terms of aquaculture. Next, India contributes about 7% to the entire global fish production. The country is also home to more than 10% of global fish biodiversity, is one among 17 mega biodiversity rich countries in this sector. Next, hydroclimate extremes. Are you fine? Is it much faster? I think it is not, because the PDF is uploaded. Please go through that PDF, I think, okay. Next, coming to this one. Hydroclimate extremes will be more intensified in near future over the Indian river basins. What is this hydroclimate extreme events? It is like floods, disasters, and mortality rates, and economic losses, and ultimately affecting the gross domestic product. So, such hydroclimate extremities on Indian river basins has to be addressed, okay, has to be addressed, and understanding the rainfall pattern and changing climate, and this global warming situation has to be understood in the upper Ganga and Indus basins also. Okay. So, new possible hotspots have to be recognized. So, the question should be related to the Indian river basins. Here the river basins of India, their volume and their catchment area, that you need to understand. The Brahmaputra is the largest river in terms of volume in India, and Ganga river basin has the largest catchment area in India. In terms of volume, that means the length, width and breadth, everything, it is the volume. In terms of volume, Brahmaputra is the largest one. When it comes to the catchment area, Ganga river is the largest river, and Godavari is the second largest river in this country. It was asked by UPSC in the IAS Engineering Service exam, right, in 2021. So, NDA exam, CAPF exam, CDS exam, IAS exam and next CSC exams, already these questions are being related to one, right. Next, Brahmaputra is the largest in terms of volume and Ganga is the largest in terms of catchment area in the country. This has largest catchment area any river basin in India compared to, and it covers a significant portion of northern India and parts of Nepal, serving a lifeline for millions of people who rely on its water for various purposes including agriculture and other commercial activities. Next, India-Bangladesh Open Rail Link Power Port Projects. What is this Open Rail Link project? This is Akhura-Agartala Railway Link and Khulna-Mongla Port Rail Lane will boost bilateral trade. This Mongla port is located in Bangladesh, second largest port after this Chittagong port in the Bangladesh. Okay. So, Khulna Mongla Port Rail Lane project is a total cost of $388 million and India, Nepal, Bhutan will also utilize this for their trade purpose and seaport to help for their trade. And also Maitri, one of such Maitri means friendly relationship. It is a testimony of friendly relationship between India and Bangladesh related to this thermal power sector, that is super thermal power plant will help Bangladesh meet its growing power needs, and India is having a surplus power and which will contribute to its neighborhood to attain the power sustainability for their countries, right, the respective neighborhood countries. So, here the MOU has been taken place. The MOU is talking about this rail link project and the Mongla port project and next Maitri super thermal power project, and India, Nepal, Bhutan will also get benefit out of this Mongla Khulna port. Okay. And these Mongla, Khulna, Akhura, these all are located in Bangladesh only as per the article you might have seen it. So, Khulna is not related to Myanmar and Akhura is not related to Sri Lanka. Okay. And such question was asked in the UPSC previously related to various highways Bangladesh, China, India, Myanmar economic corridor and next east-west corridor and trilateral highway. These were the questions in terms in the form of match the following, and this is a question last year is the civil service examination 2022. Mongla is related to Bangladesh, second largest port after Chittagong, and it has to put more weightage on Mongla port because the Chittagong is mostly dense in terms of its trade and other connectivity linkages, and this pair is correct one. The news mentions about Khulna Mongla port rail lane project which is in Bangladesh and connects Mongla, one of the Bangladesh ports, the broad gauge railway network it is to. Next, Khulna Myanmar, this pair is incorrect. Khulna is related to is a port city in Bangladesh and Akhura is not related to Sri Lanka. Akhura Agartala is a railway link project in Bangladesh is being undertaken by Indian government. Agartala, as you know that it is capital city of Tripura which is part of northeastern states, 7 sisters. Next, Akhura is in Bangladesh. There is a rail link project happening between Bangladesh and India. Next, Larsen Turbo, L&T and conglomerate, it is all talking about ESG 1, economic, social and governance related terms, environmental, not economic actually. So, these constraints have to be addressed and meet the global standards that are mandated by Securities and Exchange Board of India. Okay. Securities and Exchange Board of India is talking about BRSR. BRSR, what does it mean? Business Responsibility and Sustainability Reporting. Business Responsibility and Sustainability Reporting, BRSR. BRSR. It is reporting a core BRSR mandated by Markets Regulator Securities and Exchange Board of India. This was mandated by SEBI. BRSR is mandated by SEBI. That is welcoming to the new world of norms. There are certain norms and regulations which have to be added, which are to be followed by the countries. I mean the corporate sector with respect to the norms are named as ESG norms. What are these ESG norms? Environmental standards, social and governance regulations have to be adhered by the corporates which are having such kind of brand image in the global stock market. So, these norms have to be followed. How many of the India's entities, the firms are being adhering to such kind of ESG regulation, environmental standards and social regulations, and also governance norms that are being set by SEBI, Securities Exchange Board of India, a statutory body which are to regulate this security market, that is related to stock market, and this SEBI has mandated a norm under this umbrella named as BRSR, that is business responsibility and sustainability reporting, Here 5 years ago, when it comes to these ESG regulation in India's firms, ESG regulations were usually minimal and voluntary in nature, and today they are comprehensive and mandatory. Usually it was voluntary in nature by these private firms to follow these ESG norms, environmental standards and social governance standards are voluntary in nature to be adhered by these private firms initially in the initial days, right. But here they are comprehensive mandatory and considered to be at par with global sustainability and reporting standards. Now what is happening? The pace of regulation has left India in a gasping of breath. That means the most companies do not have to have a coherent ESG policy yet. Now India is unable to meet such a coherent policy. Of this coherent means uniformity and alignment of its firms' adherence to the ESG norms which are mandated by the SEBI under this BRSR. So it is unable to meet such policy standards, environmental standards and social regulations and governance norms. Okay. They lack the system and processes to capture such data and report. Now the present situation. Okay, you are unable to meet the standards because the lacuna existing in terms of collection of data and reporting standards of these private firms. And next, but these regulations are a business imperative and therefore investors are increasingly looking at firms through the prism of sustainability, and exporters who are part of the global supply chain need to accelerate on the net zero pathway. Okay, this is what happening there. So companies point to a lack of resources. There is a shortage of talent. Very few Indian institutes offer an MBA in sustainability. Okay, these are basically the norms reiterated by various business firms experts, right. These norms have been discussed. So what is the requirement for the UPSC? What is the inference that you need to draw from the given article? Here the article which was based on PYQ, that you need to draw inference, right. Here article is talking about BRSR report, business responsibility and sustainability report. Why have we chosen such a report framework? Because green bonds was asked by UPSC EAS exam in 2012. Therefore, we have chosen such a business responsibility and sustainability reporting. It was introduced by SEBI, and all listed companies in India under the framework are mandated to disclose their ESG related information, that is environmental, social and governance regulations information, right. Next, coming to this one, here at present business responsibility and sustainability reporting is mandated for top 1000 listed companies only, not all the companies. So such extremities in the given statement has to be understood by the aspirant when you have an intuition to understand the PYQ theme. Therefore, it is very easy for you to answer such a question irrespective of your 100% confidence about the fact that is given in the statement, because you may not be knowing the entire statement given here. All listed companies is enough for you to eliminate this statement, okay, all listed companies. So it is easy for you to understand this one, because irrespective of knowing entire statement, the extremities given in the statement can be easy for you to eliminate the statement there. So at present BRSR, that is business responsibility and sustainability reporting, is mandated for the top 1000 listed companies by market capitalization, right, in India. This is a framework mandated by SEBI to meet the standards given by it by the private firms. Next, India has significant dry capital, not only private firms but also large corporate entities and companies, and also the entire economy can be understood through the lens of this ESG norms derived from this BRSR report. Next, India has significant dry capital. What is this dry capital? That you have to understand in the form of MCQ, and the remaining aspects are not relevant for UPSC. Only the dry capital term that is refers to you need to understand. Here it is readily available fund which can be invested when it is required from the market. Okay. When market requires huge investment, there is a readily available investment pool that is known as that is known as dry powder, okay. The liquidity is very easy to be converted into investment when it requires. So, funds readily available for investment, that is known as dry powder. In the context of finance, the term beta refers to an investment strategy of a portfolio manager to balance risk versus reward. This is actually the term beta refers to in the UPSC Civil Service examination in 2023. Okay. This year UPSC Civil Service examination has taken such a term from the news articles given in the Hindu Indian Express likewise. So, beta refers to. So, in the context of this finance, dry powder refers to funds that are readily available and can be deployed for investment purposes when favorable opportunities arise. When a situation occurs that this is a favorable opportunity to invest in this market, therefore, Indian firms are ready to invest. So, Indian firms are in a such situation that they can comfortably invest when favorable condition occurs in the market to attract for the investment. Next, it indicates financial reserves, right. Okay. That can be utilized for various investment strategies. Okay. This is a financial reserves. So, it indicates that whenever a situation occurs, it is a possibility of reinvestment in the option, that means the purpose of investment can be easily available. Next, UK reveals artificial intelligence agreements as Elon Musk warns of extinction. There is a meet happened among these corporates and also the government regarding the potential threats associated with this artificial intelligence, which is going to be an emerging technology and which may arise to bring such kind of loss in the GDP and the employment. There may be a possibility, It is not confirmed yet, it is under research. Even economists are in urge to understand the negative cascading effects of this artificial intelligence newly emerging technology, right. Therefore, a Blakesley declaration taken place. Blakesley declaration. It is agreed upon by US, China and 26 other countries and European Union as well. Agreed upon US, China, 26 other countries and European Union as well. US, China, 26 other countries agreed together to protect against the potential threats associated with artificial intelligence that may have catastrophic harm. As government ministers and industry executives met on Wednesday, that is UK's Global AI Safety Summit. This is known as UK's Global AI Safety Summit, okay, have stated a shared responsibility to address AI risks and also take forward vital international collaboration on frontier AI safety. Okay, it is a summit happened regarding the potential threats related to artificial intelligence. This is a summit happened in the UK and there was an agreement taken place to understand the potential threats and also the future forward taking decisions that and the participating countries are China, European Union and UK, US and other 26 countries. Okay. Here Blakesley declaration, which has been in the news recently, is related to AI safety research and international collaboration. To bring international collaboration and research related to how to safeguard our economies and also human resources in the wedge of this AI world, right. Fertilizer declaration likewise related to BRICS, which have happened in the Brazil. So, fertilizer declaration, BRICS related one, in the UPSC 2015 it has asked, because it was also several times coming in the newspaper at that time. So, 28 governments signed up to this so called Blakesley declaration on the first day of this AI safety summit held in the UK, that is British government hosted that one, and the countries agreed to work together on AI safety research even amid signs that the US and UK are competing to take the lead over developing new regulations.